This is a once in a lifetime job, and I finally get to work with the Cthnauts. Now, how insane is that? Like, bro, that is such a rare thing for me to witness. Like, there's only a few that could handle this job, but there's obviously a lot more of them. But the fact that I actually became a Cthonaut, that, or at least I'm about to, is gonna be insane. All right. And what's even crazier is that the officials have confirmed that I am the first ever Filipino Cthonaut. Oh, by the way, you know what's crazy? I'm only 20 years old. I just got out of college and received this job application already. Like, I finally get to see Wonderland. Because, like, the thing is, I only usually see Wonderland in artistic depictions of it, at least. Especially especially from my auntie. She's been busy, but eh. The fact that I actually get to witness Wonderland is going to be nuts, bro. I'm gonna have to like take a picture of Wonderland because I don't know what it looks like. Like this will be my first time, okay? They say that the expedition starts at 8 p.m., which is on Friday. Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, they're already making an expedition site for within Luzon, which where I'm currently living at. It's a very special operation. Okay, so the first expedition was a blast. I mean, is a blast. Why am I saying was? It, it's not like nothing bad could happen. I mean, there were only like a few husks, but they were actually horrifying. That I was not able to get them within the illustration. Which, speaking of, yes, I did in fact make an illustration regarding Wonderland. So what's cool about this place is that there's a lot of special trees. I mean, I only get to see one or like two of them from like photographs from my grandma, my grandpa, and my auntie, which she's really old by the way. Um, I also get to see how they actually act towards one another. They usually reflect between different planes of existence, which could explain their weird, their weird appearance. And you know what's crazy about their appearance? I I, I kind of recognize that form. They literally look like synapses from your brain, right? Like, dude, isn't that like a crazy comparison? Like, bro, imagine that Wonderland is just a huge fucking brain that we're living. I was supposed to go alone, but they had to bring in some Cthonaut supervisors, aka Cthonaut watchers, to watch me over since I'm pretty new to this sphere. Basically, it was just simple. So basically, it was just a simple tour guide, duh. But I've already had my fun. Okay, this world was fucking massive, dude. Even though I was obviously wearing a Cthonaut suit, I could still smell something off. It smells like baby powder. I have no idea what that is, but nah, I'm just kidding. Um, this strange powder that these Cthnauts usually smell more often. It comes from those weird powders that keeps these trees like separate from one another. So that's pretty interesting. Oh yeah, I also get to show you these cool illustrations over here. Hold on, let me just bring it up real quick. Yeah. Um, although it's not my best, although it's not the best depiction, I still think it looks pretty. A tree reflecting another tree, a tree that looks like a synapse, even though it's obviously not. Probably. Man, this is just awesome, dude. Can't wait for my second expedition. Which, by the way, the second one, I will actually be alone now, and I get to explore by myself, except with some few modifications for the suit. So yeah, I might have to get used to that one. So the new suit that I was wearing has a GPS tracker now, so they'll know where I'm at within Wonderland, anytime, anywhere within the plane, I mean, within the planes of its own existence. Which, by the way, how the heck is how did they even make this specifically for Wonderland? By the way, okay, all right, calm down. Okay, listen to this, guys. Um, the, I never expected new variants to appear. I mean, I'd always expected that there are some trees that are no different than an actual tree. But there's something else. A weird variant of this special tree had been discovered by accident, and it was all because of me. I was just wandering around a bit, but then I discovered these guys. They kind of look like buddings. I like to call them special tree buddings. I know it's atypical of me, but who cares? They seem to be like baby versions of the special trees. It's like it has not yet fully grown, but they do look like them. It's just a miniature appearance. So that was the second expedition after that. A lot of Cthnauts were really interested throughout my investigation. Man, I really can't wait for. So guys, um, the third expedition had just been completed. I was still traveling alone, by the way. I no longer had supervisors. Like the last time, of course, I never had any supervisors. But the first expedition will always have supervisors in case if we ever get lost. But uh, the Cthonaut team, especially the supervisors, were shell-shocked as I am because we might have found something deeply disturbing or tragic. So I was just strolling through Wonderland, but then I noticed something else off the distance between the planes of different trees. There's multiple cracks within its walls. What's strange is that there are no windows for some reason. I'd always see buildings with very huge windows or it's just plain old glass, but this one has nothing. It's just pure solid block of concrete. And to my right, I saw a doorway. Usually supposed to be a door in there, but there's there's just nothing. Like it's completely blank. Like it's just blank. Dark, empty void. Usually only living beings can enter through Wonderland, not an entire fucking. Just right behind the structure, there are these letters covered in that same strange powder. It has a very unique style font to them. It has a name, actually. It's supposed to be a name of something. If I were to assume that they're not jumbled up and that's how they're actually spelled, I think it's called V Visho V Vishojo V Vishojo. Now, I was completely confused by this because is this some sort of prank? That's what I was thinking back then. But then I had some thoughts. What if this isn't just a random building, but a sort of company building? Agency agency building? I don't know. I was radically fucking confused now. There's more than one building here. There's like multiple of them, but I wasn't able to fit them throughout this illustration because there's just that many. So I had to keep it simple. So I'm sorry about that. But amidst all of those stuff, um, this is where I have to warn you that this illustration might be disturbing for some of you because I wasn't able to fit it in due to how fucking absurd. I felt dreadful when I first saw this thing. At first, I thought it was another unique variant of the special trees that we normally see, but its shape, the shape of this thing is almost humanoid. Aside from some weird small branches and an uncanny face that's like completely stretched. After some thought, I had confirmed my suspicions that this thing was an individual with AWS, also known as, or I mean, colloquially known as American Wonderland Syndrome. It's basically your physical attributes would be like outstretched to like impossible human limits. You know, you know what's kind of messed up? I somehow knew this individual. I mean, obviously, it's my first time seeing this thing, but I know it used to be a person, but somehow it felt familiar. So regarding the Vishojo drama, I honestly did not expect this. Like I had so much faith within that agency. Also, don't mind the fucking rooster in the background. Apparently, I have a very loud neighbor for some reason. Anyways, ignoring that aside, I never thought this would happen. Okay, I had complete faith in that agency, but then all of a sudden, it all comes crashing down. You know, I really don't know if I should ever become a VTuber like them. But ever since then, all of their talents had just discovered a broken heart, their own broken heart, and everyone is broken currently. It's this is fucking pathetic. Like I fucking trusted you, Gunrun. So why now? Why are you doing this? Everyone trusted you. You really should have taken back their money. But I guess a broken promise is a broken promise, huh? Well, fortunately for you, Gunrun, I have a message for you. You know what's funny about me? I don't belong in this world. I was never even born here. I was brought here by accident. Because why not? I'm not going to tell you anything specifically so that your mind wouldn't explode, but it's about to. Trust me. It will be as painful as possible for you. Death doesn't deserve you. Oh, trust me, Gunrun. There is something much worse than death for you waiting on the other side. Say, um, have you seen Wonderland? Do you know what it looks like? You may think, oh, it's cherry blossoms, chocolates. No, dipshit, it's not chocolates and fucking cherry blossoms. It's not about those, bro. It's an in-between reality between realities that can outstretch you for fucking miles. You know, um, I don't know what's so strange about me. It kind of feels like I was never human to begin with, even though I was only brought here into this world. There, there were other people like me, but they're mostly human. I'm mostly not human. I can feel Wonderland. I can see its thoughts, its memories. All of that with just a snap. If I ever see you, Gunrun, one snap of my fingers could just banish you to Wonderland, be outstretched like antennas to heaven, seeking answers, but you'll never find them, friend. You'll never will. I know this is morally wrong for me to commit such atrocities, but it's too late now. You have to accept your fate, Gunrun. You really never should have messed with everyone's personal affairs. They deserve better. You don't. Before the three expeditions had begun, I I was evaluated about the Lauren Arlson test regarding different counterparts for people in another universe. I mean, when I first heard it, it was actually kind of shocking. I mean, I never knew I had a counterpart from another universe, but they're suspecting me of something so unimaginably incomprehensible, right? I don't know how this is possible, but the other me somehow banished this fucking fool to Wonderland. That's why it felt familiar. Because the other me had banished his whole goddamn agency to Wonderland. They did assure me, though, that it was the other me and not the actual me where I'm living right now. Um, they said that they're looking for other methods to try and convince my counterpart to stop all of this act of treason. After they had identified, I God damn it, I should have probably mentioned this first before all of that, but fuck. Okay, so the person with AWS, the one who stands tall before me back in Wonderland, they had confirmed that he was some sort of co-founder of the agency Vishojo. Obviously, they were unfamiliar with that name, so they had to look into it. They still had to reevaluate me for the Lauren Arnoldson test, and you know, maybe I never should have applied for this job. I mean, I am thinking of retiring this. I didn't know that my counterpart was this much powerful and cruel. I mean, his information was correct, sure, but it's just so morally wrong. Why do I have to banish someone from their wrongdoings to Wonderland? They obviously could have just served the prison, not not this. I'm done here. Why am I even recording this?